Grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. If you saw the video earlier today, I told you I was going to come back. I told you I was going to find those video clips of Tiffany Henyard doing some news. What do they call news hits? When they're doing basically like a little quick interview, 2 and 3 minute long interviews. One of them is actually pretty long, but I think the hostess was just doing a little bit more talking than I expected. But anyway, I found all those videos. And I never did finish the video that we were watching before I left to go pick up my baby from school and take her to her event. So I'll finish that up as well. But shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Thank you so much for jumping in. Go ahead, drop your like number, all that kind of good jazz. Say what's up to your people. There we go. We got already up in the building. The Honey Bunny Empress is in the house. Y'all, I've been digging. Y'all, Tiffany Henyard is serious, man. Georgia's in trouble. I would play the devil came down to Georgia. I don't want to play that to insult the devil, but this is not good. I don't know another way to say it. This is not good, y'all. Es no bueno. Her coming to Georgia is not what we needed. We did not need that. We need more pollen. We need more rain. We need more patience on the highway. But we definitely did not need Tiffany Henyard. What's going on? Hello to you. Hello, all. It's Melinda. Just changing my name to my nickname. I like it better. Mindy Ann in the building. Good to have you. Thank you so much. Well, we know you're number one. You're number one in my book all the time, Amethyst. But you know who else is? That's President Not Perfect. Shout out to you, brother. All right, y'all. So, okay, earlier today, Tiffany Henyard did a video talking about her plans for Georgia. And I hate to say it, man, this is such an uneducated interview. I'm going to just pull it in. I'm going to let y'all watch it. I might not even say anything. Y'all know I'm lying. Y'all know I'm not going to not say anything. I'm going to say something. But this is such an uneducated interview. Again, I'm just going to say this to Georgia because I live here in Georgia. Georgia, this is on us. We cannot allow this to happen. We cannot. She's going to turn the Fulton County Commission into a circus. A circus. The stuff she's talking about in this is just out of control. I'm like, what are you talking about? Y'all, I promise you, you're going to say it too. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? And she wants to run. I don't even think she knows what the commission does. And you can't say that I was involved in Illinois politics, therefore I understand Georgia politics. That is not a 1-for-1 comparison. You can't say that. You can't. Even if Chicago wasn't like Chicago is, you just can't compare them. The way we do politics, the way we do governance here in Atlanta is way different. I mean, again, Atlanta's the capital, for crying out loud. Chicago was in the capital of Illinois. Dalton's not the capital of Illinois. There's a whole different complexity there when you're in the capital city just a basic starter right there, right? So this is so problematic. She had Georgia on her mind, y'all. Gosh, I wish we could play those songs. Wish YouTube wouldn't strike us, man. We could play all kinds of Georgia songs. That would be hilarious. Sharon says, praise the Lord, Baltimore's in the house. God bless all of you. Hey, I just did a video. I'm tempted to play it. I did a video about a young man that was a high schooler. It's kind of old. I realized toward the end of it, I realized it was older. Young man who was in high school, and he had been failing like nobody's business, but he kept getting promoted. And it was in Baltimore. And I just shot it yesterday. I don't know, man. I'm tempted to pull that thing out and let y'all see it, man. That thing is a mess. It's a mess. But shout out to Baltimore for sure. The devil went down to Georgia. Absolutely. That would be hilarious to play that right now. Georgia on my mind. Rainy night in Georgia. Come on now. We got a lot of Georgia songs, and good gracious, we're gonna need a lot of Jesus, because y'all, this woman is serious. That's the part I was watching. It's like she sounds as uneducated as today is Tuesday, but she also sounds serious. Like, wait, hold on, wait. You're really serious about this? She's serious, man. So shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping and locking. Y'all locked in? Y'all make sure you say you locked in. Woo, y'all, I was taken aback. All right, so this is American Agenda. I think this is Newsmax. Let's get at it.
Welcome back to American Agenda.
Hold on. Wait, hold on, man. I haven't done a live stream in a while. I done lost my flair. Green hearts in the chat when you can hear. Let's go.
Welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Katrina Zish. It's time now for The Other View. After nearly a year of being out of the public spotlight, the woman once deemed America's worst mayor is going back in, this time as a Republican.
I just can't believe this woman is saying this with a straight face. The things she is saying are going to have to be studied by science. Like, I can't believe she's saying this. I got to go back again. What's up, Ms. Furlow?
After nearly a year of being out of the public spotlight, the woman once deemed America's worst mayor is going back in, this time as a Republican. Former Fulton, Illinois Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a political comeback, running for a seat on the Fulton County Commission in Georgia after switching parties and states. Henyard was elected the mayor of Dalton in 2021, defeating the incumbent with 82% of the vote, becoming the first woman and youngest person to serve as the town's mayor. A year later, she became the supervisor of Thornton Township, holding both positions simultaneously. And while Henyard referred to herself as the, quote, super mayor, she also earned the moniker as the Dalton dictator, facing accusations of lavish spending on travel, lodging, dining, and Amazon purchases, and becoming the target of an FBI investigation, leaving the town of Dalton with a multi-million-dollar deficit, and Henyard still under federal scrutiny over her handling of taxpayer dollars. But last year, she stood her ground.
I'm sorry. That was a great opening. I don't know this lady. I don't watch Newsmax, but this young lady right here, she held it down. That was a great summary. If you look, you know, she keeps telling people to research her. That little snippet right there, we might need to make a short out of that. Hey, editor Jason, make a short out of that. That was perfect. That was right on the nail. Exactly what's going on. I just don't see. My only problem is, Cynthia, I don't think, though, let me say this with a huge asterisk next to it. It's not like they're running around with paychecks and checkbooks and stuff like that in the Fulton County Commission. So I don't think she'll be able to rob them like she did Dalton. The problem is it's validating her. The fact that she's actually on the ballot is validating her. It's very similar to a sports arena being named by a gambling site, right? Or some kind of spicy content site, right? It validates the spicy content because they've been able to put their name on an arena. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, here I'm in Atlanta. We have Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That validates Mercedes-Benz. Now, I think Mercedes-Benz is probably a really good vehicle. They don't need validation like that, but I think you get my point. Her being on the ballot here in Georgia, I'm sorry, that's problematic in so many ways. Look, we're about to go international. Tiffany, es no bueno, no bueno. I don't even speak Spanish. She got your boy speaking Spanish.
I understand everybody want me to be the target. I understand everybody want me to be the bad guy for everything that goes on in the village, but that's not the truth.
Now she says she's rising from the backlash, calling her campaign Project Phoenix. She describes it as, quote, me rising, me showing the world what it looks like to come out of controversy, me showing the world like when they keep trying to dirty your name up, you keep going. Don't you ever give up. And just last week, Henyard had this to say to her following.
To meet me is to love me. A lot of people don't understand who I am, what I represent, and why I keep going. When God puts something in you, it's in you. If it's for you, it's for you. And I'm going to always push because he wants me to help people. And I've always had that caring spirit.
And joining me now, the former mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany.
Okay, I'm going to stop for a second. Okay. As we get ready to watch this, I'm going to move myself out of the way. I need you to please keep track of all of the platitudes, memeologies that she says, you know, what God has for you is for you. And I'm still like a phoenix. I'm going to rise. Just keep track of those. Because she just it's like her native language. and they don't make sense. Listen to what she says, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because it's clear she doesn't know what the Fulton County Commission does. It's crazy work, man. This is just crazy work. This is a fantastic question. If you know the answer to this one, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That's a lot of people have that question. Why is she not in jail? And the problem is she more likely still going to jail. But let's go.
Thank you so much for joining us here. You know, I know that you have been in the middle of a lot of controversy. You've also been very outspoken, as we heard, about why you want to rise back up and I'll say, you know, let all the haters go. But a lot of people have some serious concerns. My first question is, after being in the middle of this firestorm, why would you choose to go back in the public eye, and why as a Republican?
Okay. Why are you going to go back into the public eye? Why are you a Republican? Why the public eye? Why GOP? Okay. That's a very straightforward question. I'm telling you right now, it is. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be crazy.
Well, first, thank you for having me on. I appreciate that. But I just want everybody to know that never give up, because it's your story to tell. It's not for someone to write your narrative or to give direction as to what has happened. It's up to you. And I'm thankful that you allowed me to utilize your platform to do just that. I chose to run as a Republican because the Democrat Party is not holding up to their core values. They are losing their way. They have lost their way. And with that being said, I don't no longer want to be attached to the Democrat Party. The Democrat.
Okay. I'm going to, because she's going to say this in every interview that we're going to watch, because I have 3 of them. So she's going to say this in every one of them. It's the same thing. The Democrat Party's lost its way. I'm all about God. As if, now look, I am a conservative. I'm a Republican, whatever you want to call me, whatever, email management. As if being a Democrat or being a Republican has a one-to-one comparison to your actual faith. I'm this is some crazy work. Like, what were the Democrats doing before they ousted you? Because in another interview, you're going to hear her real issue is what happened when the big caucus, the raucous caucus, that she got booted out of the Thornton Township. That's really what her problem is. That's the only reason she's running as a Democrat. I'm sorry, as a Republican, is because of that. But what did the Democrats believe before then that you were okay with when you were fighting to be the candidate? Because remember, she sued afterwards to still be on the raucous caucus, to be considered after the raucous caucus. So what did they believe before then that they still believed afterwards that caused you to stay with them? Because you were fighting to be a Democrat. Just something interesting to notice. So let me keep this going. This is a bless our heart. I'm gonna back up just a little smidgen. Y'all know how to do it. Let's go.
Said, I don't no longer want to be attached to the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party has done so many different things that I need a whole hour to explain it on your platform. But one is they lost faith. So when you cannot be aligned with God no longer, I can no longer support that, because everything I do, I put God first. Every move I have made, God has led my steps, and He keeps me in this race, in the fire for the people, because at the end of the day, if He put it in you, you have to show up and show out. If you keep running from it, He gonna keep on bringing you back to where He wants you to be.
So let me make sure I got it right. I just want to make sure, and please let me know in the chat. The Democrat Party has lost their way. They're not aligned with God. Okay. I mean, I can make that argument. I would absolutely make the argument. I don't believe that the GOP is definitely they're not super glued to God, but okay, I got your point. But let me make sure I got it right. So she said everything she does, she's led by God. Is that what she said? She is trying to. I'm sorry. I'm here in Atlanta. Look, everybody's a Christian in Atlanta. Trust me. She's not going to win that vote. She's not going to. But did she say that? Give me a thumbs up if she said that. She said everything she does is led by God. I just want to make sure I have it right. She's already on the ballot. She's on the ballot. So all this is perfunctory at this point, because they're not going to get her off the ballot because they told us last Friday they're not going to delete her off the ballot. She on the ballot. They already printed them. All right. So she did say that. Okay, got you. All right. She did say that. I just want to make sure, I'm getting old. Your boy birthday coming up on Friday. I think I'm getting a little bit old. So let me make sure I got it right. Everything she does, she's guided by God. And I'm making an assumption here that she means the God of the Bible, the God of the Old and New Testament, right? Okay. So did that God tell her to stay with a married man as her boyfriend? I just want to make sure I have that right, because Kawan, or whatever his name is, Kareem, is married. And she's been with a married man. She's not married to him, and they live together. So I'm just saying, the God that told her to keep going and all this kind of stuff like that, tell you story, don't let other people tell you narrative, he didn't tell her not to be with a married man or somebody that she's not married to. Am I right? Maybe that's something I missed. I don't know. Is that first foolishness or second craziness? I don't know which one it is, but I just thought that maybe the God that you talked about, maybe that you said the Democrats have turned it back on, mind you. She said the Democrats have turned it back on, but she herself has not made any adjustments to her own lifestyle.
Tiffany, I think probably a lot of critics would say, wait a minute. Okay, she had, a tough time in Illinois. Obviously, not a lot of people were happy with what you did. There were a lot of accusations lodged against you and your handling of finances and other things. And you were a Democrat in Illinois, but now you're running as a Republican in Georgia. And I think even just that, not just switching parties, but switching states, I think may have a lot of people saying, what is she up to? What are you up to?
So the reason why I switched states is, number one, my child.
Well, I forgot about this one. I'm sorry. Let me back up again. Why she moved to Georgia? This is such an interesting look. I love Georgia. I will tell y'all though, Georgia's closed. Y'all can go somewhere else. Check out Alabama. I heard South Carolina has really great weather. Georgia's closed, especially Atlanta Metro. We are closed. But listen to why she came to Georgia. This is such an odd. It was really okay. Let me go.
So the reason why I switched states is, number one, my child. My baby's everything to me, and she needed a better way to grow and be who she's meant to be. So I wanted to give her the opportunity to blossom like the flower she is. And then the other reason is.
So let me make sure I got it right, because I might be missing something. And I could be like just being pesky, because I know I've been really on this thing about having dads in the home and that kind of stuff like that. Her daughter's dad is in Illinois. So why did you move all the way down here to keep her away from her dad? That makes no sense whatsoever. Wouldn't you want your child to be around her paternal grandparents and family, and of course her dad? Wouldn't that make sense? Like, how's she blooming and blossoming here in Georgia? I'm just asking serious questions. Now, I got Georgia peaches. They blooming and blossoming here in Georgia. But how is your baby blooming and blossoming here in a different way? What are you talking about? And I'm going to back it up so y'all can hear what she said, because, it's word salad. It's word salad.
And she needed a better way to grow and be who she's meant to be. So I wanted to give her the opportunity to blossom like the flower she is. And then the other reason is the property taxes. Think about it. The property taxes in Chicago are ridiculous. And that's going throughout the Southland. They keep raising the property taxes, and they keep telling you they're going to help you. And that's what I mean about the Democrats.
Okay. This was not a good interview. This did not help her at all. If you've been paying attention to the whole Tiffany Henyard saga, there's something about property tax that should make you scratch your head, or you probably yelled it out. Hopefully you didn't throw your phone or throw your remote control at your television. But when she said property tax, you probably said something, and don't be putting no naughty words in my chat, but you probably said something about that. I'm going to back that up again just so you can hear it. What about this? Like, what was interesting about property tax?
The reason is the property taxes. Think about it. The property taxes in Chicago are ridiculous. And that's going throughout the Southland. They keep raising the property taxes, and they keep telling you they're going to help you. And that's what I mean about the Democrats. They keep saying one thing, but then they doing the opposite. There's no reason why the soft land of Chicago should have ridiculous property taxes, let alone Chicago. So I want to fix that. I want to change that. And the only way to change that is to go to a different platform, have a bigger voice, and show people what you've been saying this entire time. The other thing is crime. Crime.
I'm gonna stop for a second. Did y'all catch it? Especially if you've been there he goes. President Not Perfect gets the gold star. She was renting. Now, I'm not saying that, landlords will pass that on, but you weren't paying property tax, ma'am. You were renting. And you're renting here in Georgia right now. The property tax here in Georgia, specifically in Fulton County, is fair to Midland. So what are you talking about? You're talking about Chicago as if you're going to be fixing Chicago's property tax issues, which they do have some property tax issues. But you're 732 miles away here in Georgia. Like, it doesn't make sense. What she's talking about makes no sense at all. Like, what do you mean? And I hate to tell you this, it's going to get gooder. She's still talking about it as if she's in Chicago. Somebody said in the last one, why didn't you stay in Chicago and try to become a mayor up there and just keep fighting? That would have made more sense, truth be told. If you want to turn over and become a Republican and fight as a Republican in Chicago or in Illinois, people probably would respect you more. But no, you came here to Georgia to try to carpetbag, and you don't even make sense. I don't think she knows about property tax here. She's not buying a house. She's renting. And then she's about to talk about crime. And I'm like, hold on. No, look, Atlanta has crime. I'm not trying to act like we don't have crime. That's not what I said. Don't hear what I didn't say. But I'm like, are you going to compare us to Chicago? What are you talking about? Watch this.
Show people what you've been saying this entire time. The other thing is crime. Crime is rampant in Chicago. Just like the whole world know what just happened with me and my family.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just want to point that out for people who don't. I know that your father was shot in Chicago last month, to which you publicly called out public officials. And that led you to back President Trump's crime crackdown. I want to quote something you said here. My father was an innocent victim of this random and heartbreaking violence. I'm calling on Governor J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Brandon Johnson to seriously reconsider federal assistance from President Donald J. Trump to help address this crisis and better protect the residents of Illinois. I'm very sorry to hear that your father was shot, and obviously that inspired you to get out there. Do you carry this crime belief to your new platform?
I do. And I think that everybody should allow him to come in and help. I don't understand why everybody's keep putting up this.
We're not in the same position here in Georgia. What about Atlanta? What is Atlanta's crime statistics, Tiffany? What are Atlanta's crime statistics, and how could Donald Trump and ICE and the National Guard or whomever resolve those issues? What are you desirous to see happen? I think that would have been a better question. Now, of course, I don't expect this young lady, the hostess, to know that, but she's talking as if Chicago and Atlanta have the exact same crime patterns, which we don't. Now, we got some issues, and we need Christ just like everybody else does. But what is the actual situation here, and even more specifically in Fulton County? Because she talking does she realize that she's not going to be dealing with all of Atlanta? By God's grace, she won't win. It's already a blight on Georgia that we even have her on the ballot. But I digress. Let's finish up.
No, don't help. But it's working in other areas. Washington, D.C., everywhere is working that he's touched. I truly believe that if they do not let him in, it's going to get worse. And it is getting worse. It hasn't gotten better, and no one has a solution. But because he is the solution is the reason why people are afraid to show you what they have not been doing this entire time, which is neglecting the people.
And Tiffany, we're just about out of time, unfortunately. I could talk to you for the whole hour as well. But before we go, just if there are maybe 3 words that you would use to describe yourself to let people know that they should vote for you to win them over, what would those 3 words be to describe yourself?
All right. In the chat, give me 3 words that would describe Tiffany Henyard. I'm going to put my 3 words. Yeah, I'm putting my 3 words. Put your 3 words. Now let's be respectful, y'all. Let's be respectful. I know we haven't done a live stream in a while. Let's make sure we're on our best behavior. All right. What would be the 3 words that you would use to describe Tiffany Henyard? Totally forgot about that. Right. I did kind of forget about that. The brawl for it all. You're right. I'm talking about the raucous caucus, and I totally forgot about the brawl for it all. Dunning-Kruger effect. I love it. Well, I mean, there's no lie detected. Truth, death, and love. Okay, interesting. Okay. Full of platitudes. And there we go. Now that is true. Bona fide grifter. Now, see, you right on the money. Passionate, sincere, and wrong. Can you be sincere though? Yeah, I guess you can be sincere. Yeah. You can be. All right. Listen to what she says, y'all. This one, I feel bad for her because she really thought she was cooking. She disrespectful, not honest, lying. I love it, Sharon. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep this going. Listen to what she says. Because I'll tell you right now, none of us are right, according to her.
I am resilient. I am committed to what's at stake, and I will have growth within the community. My job is to beautify the community. If you want to support me, you can go to Tiffany for Fulton. You can donate to my page. You can even watch my growth because I will rise. This is Project Phoenix, and I have a clothing store here on Old National. So please come in, support me at 5495 Old National Highway in College Park.
All right. Sounds like you are one very busy woman. All right. Tiffany Henyard, I really appreciate your joining me on The Other View. Let's come back, have you back, and we'll talk again.
Sure. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Right. She's an idiot. I mean, I don't understand. I do not understand what I just experienced. I'm resilient. I'm committed. And I want y'all to see me grow. Go to my site and give me some money. You can see me grow. I don't know. That sounds like some OF kind of stuff. What do we watch? What is going on here? What's happening? Oh my gosh. Listen to her trying to sell merch in the interview. Look, she was trying her best, man. She was trying her best. Y'all pray for her. She's totally delusional. She is totally not so bright. Not even a little bit. What's going on? Automotive truth. Good to see you. Good to see you. Of course, good to see my good friend. A Biblical Worldview. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Okay. So Tiffany did 2 hits today, plus she did her own Facebook Live. So I got both the hits that she did. The second one was really weird because it's super short. It's like 2.5 minutes long. I don't know why they did not
take a look at
I don't know why they didn't run the whole thing, because you can tell they were clearly had a conversation prior to, but this is all they had posted on their website. So if something else comes up before I get done or whatever, we'll do it again. But this is very interesting how she explains it. So let her go, Jason.
Let's take a look at your new political adventure in Georgia. You had many accusations of corruption when you were the mayor in this little town in Illinois. There was accusations of spending millions and millions of dollars in a deficit. There were questions about taxpayer spending in Las Vegas, first-class tickets. You're once deemed the worst mayor in America. You used to be a Democrat. Why should Georgia voters trust you to run as a Republican genuinely, but also that you've changed your ways?
I'm sorry. That is a fantastic question. And again, hey, editor Jason, clip that too. We're going to clip that one as well. When you get done, clip that, my guy. Okay. All right. Editor Jason's going to clip that and make that a short as well, because that's what Fulton County needs to think about. I understand. Look, that's all y'all got, especially if you're a Republican. That's all you got. You might have to just go ahead and take that L, but you do not want this woman in there. You do not want that. You do not want her in the Fulton County Commission. You do not want this. Okay. Let's hear what she says, y'all.
Well, first I want to speak to the fact of why I'm running as Republican. My values no longer align with the Democrat values. And I'm all about faith. I'm all about God. I'm all about making sure you walk the tightrope as it relates to where you're going. And they will do anything, when I say anything, anything to win an election. And I can't stand by that. I can't stand.
I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever runs News Nation is diabolical, because the little bug that runs across the bottom, Dalton Dictator, now a Republican, they are diabolical. Did you see the other one before? It said the FBI. Look, these bugs. I'm gonna go back and play it again, but just pay attention to the little bug at the bottom. That is hilarious.
And by the things that I've seen within the party. So I am okay with my change. And like I said, change is difficult. Change is needed, though, in our communities. And I'm okay with aligning with the Republican Party because you guys represent what I represent, which is faith, family, future, growth, economic, policy. That's so key to me. I care about those things. And yet the other people tearing us apart. TSA for
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I meant to stop this because now she's gonna start talking about TSA. Okay, so let's just play a game. Let's just play a game. Let's just say that everything that she said is true. That the Democrats don't believe in faith, family, economic policy, blah, 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 blah. Did the Republicans believe that before you got kicked out of the Raucous Caucus? Before you didn't get voted in as mayor? Or did they just start believing that like last Tuesday? I'm just wondering, because it seems to me like, ma'am, if that was your belief system, then why were you a Democrat? If what you're saying, just going by what you're saying, why were you a Democrat then? And what changed now? That's just my question. Hopefully it's not being too harsh on anybody. But listen to this right here. And again, I did listen to a few of the Fulton County Commission meetings. I did not hear them talk about TSA. And y'all know Atlanta's TSA lines were crazy, right? I did not hear anything about TSA. Now, I could be wrong. If you find one, let me know. So why is she running on talking about TSA? That's not a Fulton County commissioner issue of the highest magnitude. Because again, I just went through TSA this week. It's been perfect. It's perfect. They got that thing ironed out very well. So what are you talking about? Watch this.
TSA, for instance, why would they gridlock the government? I am really, really big on stop they payment. Don't pay them until they pay the people. Yeah. The people got to eat first. It's all about the people first.
Yeah, Congress pays themselves while the other people are not getting paid. That's for sure. They're happy to never skip a paycheck. Yes. Well, you just mentioned they will do anything to win an election. What does that mean? Who is they and what are you talking about?
They, meaning Democrat Party. And as everybody know, I was once a Democrat, so I know what it's like to be on the other side. And they will do anything to win their seats. And I can't stand for it. Prime example, the caucus in 2024, they stole the entire election in Illinois. Everybody saw it. The news was out there, everybody broadcasted. And no one did anything to change it or fix it. And now people are seeing what's going on. And that's what I mean. Dictator, that's what they are.
That was all they put up because I really wanted more. And again, they didn't have any more. Let me double check, see if they maybe put a longer segment. But because I would love to hear what else she talked about. But why is she talking about TSA? And she's still talking about Dalton. Like, what are you going to do for Fulton County? Because I'm telling you right now, most people in Fulton County do not know about Dalton, where Dalton, Illinois is. They cannot find it on a map. They don't care. We don't care. We care about Fulton County and more specifically Atlanta or Cobb County, wherever you live. We care about our towns. We don't care about that stuff. We really don't. Okay, I'm looking and I don't see a longer segment. I see Hannibal is Hungry did a response to it. But yeah, I don't see a longer segment. I don't know why they only posted this little 2.5 minute clip, which is crazy work, but that's it. All right, let me bring this back in here. I think this is comedy gold. Yeah, the journalist was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about, ma'am?" That's what she wanted to say. She really did want to say it. She is the April version of Jasmine Crockett. Oh no. Oh no. That's actually she's I think look, as much as I didn't like Jasmine Crockett, I think she probably is worse than Jasmine Crockett. I will definitely say that. All right. Okay, so she did a live stream today. Oh, I told you I was going to watch this. Sorry, let me back up. Sorry.
Take a look at your new.
Super mayor calls on Dems to work with Trump. I'm gonna the bug on the bottom is hilarious, man. They are wild. Shout out to everyone with News Nation. They were crushing it.
Your new political adventure in Georgia. You had many accusations of corruption when you were the mayor in this little town in Illinois. There was accusations of spending millions and millions of dollars in a deficit. There were questions about taxpayer spending in Las Vegas, first-class tickets. You're once deemed the worst mayor in America. You used to be a Democrat. Why should Georgia voters trust you to run as a Republican genuinely, but also that you've changed your ways?
Well, first I want to speak to the fact of why I'm running as Republican. My values no longer align with the Democrat values. And I'm all about faith. I'm all about God. I'm all about making sure you walk the tightrope as it relates to where you're going. And they will do anything, when I say anything, anything to win an election. And I can't stand by that. I can't stand by the things that I've seen within the party. So I am okay with my change. And like I said, change is difficult. Change is needed, though, in our communities. And I'm okay with aligning with the Republican Party because you guys represent what I represent, which is faith, family, future, growth, economic, policy. That is so key to me. I care about those things. And yet, the other people tearing us apart. TSA, for instance. Why would they gridlock the government? I am really, really big on stop their payment. Don't pay them until they pay the people. Yeah. The people got to eat first. It's all about the people first.
Yeah, but Congress pays themselves while the other people are not getting paid. That's for sure. They're happy to never skip a paycheck. Yes. Well, you just mentioned they will do anything to win an election. What does that mean? Who is they and what are you talking about?
They, meaning Democrat Party. And as everybody know, I was once a Democrat, so I know what it's like to be on the other side. And they will do anything to win their seats. And I can't stand for it. Prime example, the caucus in 2024, they stole the entire election in Illinois.
Stole the whole thing?
Everybody saw it. The news was out there, everybody broadcasted. And no one did anything to change it or fix it. And now people are seeing what's going on. And that's what I mean. Dictator, that's what they are.
All right. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't play the whole thing. I mean, it's clear that it was a longer segment, but they didn't play it. And I'm looking on Newsmax's Facebook as well as on their YouTube channel. They don't have it. They only have this little segment, and then it looks like people just responding to it and commenting on it. So I don't even see I don't know where it is. So if it shows up, I will bring it up. But I do see on News Nation, it is funny. They have a lot of comments they have a lot of segments rather on Tiffany Henyard. So they're not confused. They clearly just had her on there because they wanted to drive up attention or something, because they knew what she was about. They were not surprised. They are not confused. So, all right, let me bring this in. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. All right. What we got? Right. She talking about property taxes. I don't understand that. Chicago property taxes and all that. Like, what are the property taxes in Georgia and in Fulton County? Excuse me. Are they too high? Why don't you tell us? And it's just a wild story.
Hey
anyway,
guys, come on in.
This is her live stream that she did after all of this. And I think it's very interesting. So I definitely want y'all to check it out. Get some, I'll just play it. I probably won't even stop because I did play it earlier. And hopefully I don't think there's much that really need to comment on, but I just want y'all to check it out again, because I'm like, she really means to run, man. She really thinks she can win.
So let's get into it. I hope you guys are loving on each other and you guys are keeping up with what's going on in each other's life. because
What
life
is
is
that?
short and you never know. So I just want to make sure that I say that so someone can hear me and apply it if you have not already.
Okay. Well, thank you so
My
much.
dad's doing really good. He's better. He's getting stronger by the day. I appreciate the love and the support. Once again, I always say that when I get on here. All your prayers have helped. All your calls, your DMs, your text messages, emails, you name it, y'all sent it. So I truly, truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Because you never know what somebody's going through. And a friendly gesture goes a long way, So
I
just
think,
wanted
you
you
know
guys to
what?
know
I agree
today,
with that.
I did.
A friendly gesture does go a long way. Shout out to friendly gestures. And I think a very friendly gesture would be that Fulton County, when you get that ballot, that you go ahead and mark H to the no on the ballot as a friendly, and just say, like, sign it as a friend. So when you see Tiffany Henyard's name next to it, you just write, oh, no, 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 no. Sign it a friend. That's a good friendly gesture. I think that will go very far. I think it will really, it'll really crystallize your friendship and show that you care. You not only do you care for Tiffany, but you care for your neighbor, because you do not want Tiffany Henyard to be on your commission. I'm just saying. So there you go. Or you could sign it, kick rocks. I mean, that could work. I mean, that's an option as well. I mean, we could, but I don't think that the commission on Monday is going to kick her off. I'm sorry. I have no hope that the commission is going to kick her off. None whatsoever. After last Friday, with the shenanigans we saw, I have zero hope that they're going to kick her off. And the other reason why I don't think they're going to kick her off is you haven't heard anything from the Fulton County GOP. They've not made a demonstrative statement about this shenanigans.
A couple interviews, right? So I posted one on my Facebook page. So I did Newsmax was my first interview today. I think it went great. Everybody was loving it. And yes, for those that don't know, people, y'all got to call and ask me. Yes, I am a Republican. So you don't have to ask, did you change? What happened? What's going on? But that's kind of where we are right now. I am going to see. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta look distracted real quick. But yeah, Newsmax. So Newsmax asked a couple questions about what's going on. Why did I change and switch from Democrat to Republican? I stated several times to y'all, their core values at that don't align with mine. So I'm all about God. Y'all hear me say that, talk that, walk that, and every single thing I do. Every time I get on this live, I talk about God and how He.
Okay, so, and I asked this earlier, and maybe there's like some more scholars have stepped into the chat. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. So she says that everything she does in step with God, and God directs her path. Okay, that's dope. So I'm just wondering, did God tell you to shack up with a married man? And I'm just wondering, did God give that direction? And like, can you give me book, chapter, and verse in context for how you got that instruction? That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Because Leotis, as far as I know, is still married. And even if he isn't married, y'all are not married. So therefore, you're living in sin with with somebody that's not your spouse. I'm just wondering how that works. And I don't know. Maybe I could be doing too much. Y'all let me know if I'm doing too much. What book, chapter, and verse in context is she referring to? Just wondering.
Has covered me and pushed me through every single thing that I've been going through. Like literally, without him, I don't know where I would be today. So that's why I try to tell people, like, if you don't.
I had some ideas where you would be with God. You would be behind bars. That's where you would be. You would be behind bars. So the fact that you're not behind bars is really just a testament to God's patience and his long suffering with us feeble sinners. That's the only reason you're not behind bars. So that's probably it. Yeah, she's playing the victim. The victim Olympics are going to get strong in a second. Have no fear. Have no fear.
Have a relationship with God, get one now, today. It's never too late. You can do it right now. I say that over and over again because the whole thing is you have to want to build with him. And if you choose not to, hey, that's you and whoever you into. But
Whoever you're into
I
is
think they was
crazy. Whoever you are into, whoever you into, whatever you into, you into whoever, whatever you into it. You just into it. That's crazy work. This is some crazy work, y'all. How y'all got me watching this woman?
fair with the interview, I would say. The questions that was asked, I did answer a couple things. And for those that do want to support me, let me put that out here first, because I keep on forgetting sometimes. I talk and forget. You can donate to my campaign. Of course, you guys that don't know, I'm running for a Fulton County Commissioner here in Georgia. So if you would like to donate, you can go to tiffanyforfulton.com. Again, that is tiffanyforfulton.com to donate to Tiffany Henyard. And that's whatever amount you want. I say that, and I say that over and over again. $25, $5. These last $2, just whatever you want to do, you can donate. Of course, you can go as high as $5,000, but it's up to you on what you want to donate. So I want to keep pushing that out so people understand how to support me, because you can support me from afar. You do not have to live in Georgia to support me. You can live wherever, because I know I got a lot of fans and supporters online. So I just wanted to push that out so you guys know how to reach me. So Newsmax was good, and I love to hear your feedback for how you think it went, and that's just the beginning, right? So I have several others, and then I just wrapped up with News Nation. Now, I didn't post that one yet because I literally just got out of that interview, so I just wanted to jump on here just so you kind of know what's going on with Tiffany Henyard. And then on News Nation, she spoke about a lot of things as it relates to Fulton County and the crime, but I did talk about Chirac, which is back home, Chi-Town, for the shooting, because everybody always asks me, that's the first question everybody asks me about my dad and how do I feel about asking for help from the president.
Notice she will never address, and I hope you notice this in both of her interviews and even here, she doesn't address anything that she's being accused of. The corruption, the overspending, all of that kind of stuff like that, the dictator of Dalton, none of that stuff gets addressed. She just she'll talk about why she became a Republican, but she'll never address those kind of things like, well, these are some accusations against you, and this is what people are going to be looking at, because she tells people to research, and I got a research plan project coming up to help people do their research on Tiffany Henyard. Stay tuned. But it's funny that she doesn't address that.
I feel we need help from our president, regardless of people's views or dislike or whatever your reasoning being. At the end of the day, if nothing's being done, I don't see why it would hurt for somebody to come in and try to do something. Something is better than anything, because right now, y'all numbers are worse than the actual war. I've never seen that in my life. But yet, you don't want the help. But it's helping and working in other states. So why not try it in Chirac, which is Chicago? Let him come in and let him do what we know he's going to do. Fix it.
But none of that applies to here in Atlanta. Now, Atlanta has problems. Let me make sure I say what y'all are hearing. Atlanta does have problems. Atlanta does not have problems, even in the ballpark of Chicago. So why are you talking about Chicago like that? Why are you not talking about what are you going to do here in Fulton County? Why are you not discussing that? I got a feeling I know why, but I'm just gonna let it keep going.
Change it, turn it around. And I truly believe this. I think that everybody's so afraid that once he come in, he's gonna fix it and it's gonna expose to you those Democrats that I keep telling you about that do all this talking. Oh, ain't no crime going on. All our numbers down. Lies, because it's happening. Until it hits your doorstep, you won't understand what's going on. And for those haters and people that talk mess about Tiffany Henyard, guess what? I've always stood in the fire for people to go against violence. I am not for violence at all, nowhere, any shape, form, none.
Okay, I do not approve of somebody clipping this little segment out where she says she's against violence and she's not for violence. I do not want somebody to clip that out and meld it, stitch it, combine it with her running into that fight between her married boyfriend and Jedediah Brown from the Brawl for It All at City Hall. I do not want anybody to do that. So do not do that. And definitely, unequivocally, do not email it to management at jwit@jwit.com. Don't do that. Do not do that. All right. Make sure, you know what? I need to check, make sure my email's on here. Did I get my email on here? Let's see real quick. Because I don't want y'all to email it to me. So don't do it. But I just want to make sure that, does it work? I don't think my email works anymore. Hold on, Dad. Oh, there it is right there. Ha ha. There we go. Okay, so yeah, don't email that to management. So don't take what she just said here. I'm gonna back it up so you can hear what I don't want you to clip out, right? And then I don't want you to go find that brawl for it all at City Hall and like meld it together and make it like a little fun piece out of it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Some of y'all are like really good students, and some of you all are very disobedient. So don't do that.
Fix it, change it, turn it around. And I truly believe this. I think that everybody's so afraid that once he come in, he's going to fix it. And it's going to expose to you, those Democrats that I keep telling you about, that do all this talking, oh, ain't no crime going on, all our numbers down. Lies. Because it's happening. Until it hits your doorstep, you won't understand what's going on. And for those haters and people that talk mess about Tiffany Henyard, guess what? I've always stood in the fire for people to go against violence. I am not for violence at all, nowhere, any shape, form, none. I've had Stop the Violence walk when I first became mayor. For y'all that don't know about Tiffany Henyard,
Stop the violence.
go do your research. Because all people do is go off of what y'all hear. And y'all ain't even getting it. You getting one-sided narratives. And I keep saying, if you want the tea, get it from me. I tell y'all that over and over again. Stop the Violence march that I had in 2021, right when I became mayor, was dope. When I say shut down Sibley, everybody named Mama came out. Everybody. The state's attorneys, the then supervisor, Frank Zuccarelli, everybody. I can't even think of everybody's names to name them all for you. Go back and look at their pictures. Matter of fact, I'm going to post that this week just to show you the true heart of Tiffany Henyard. Since everybody just got all this make-believe stories about Tiffany Henyard. But I just wanted to stress that because...
What is a make-believe story that people have about Tiffany Henyard? I'd love to know, like, what is one of the make-believe stories? I would love to know, like, what is it? What is the make-believe story? Because you never seem to address the make-believe stories and actually say, this is not true. Like, for example, I did not wear a red jacket. This is not true. Like, address the make-believe. Tell us with your whole chest what it was that was said that was wrong. Maybe so. Maybe that would be very helpful. What do y'all think about that? All right, let's go.
That same energy, that same love that I was giving back home, because my new home is Georgia, right? So the same love that I was giving, because that's the same questions I keep bringing up. I'm going to give that same love here as I run for commissioner.
Well, we're going to run from that love. I don't think we want that love. I'm going to go on a limb. I speak on behalf of all Georgians. I'm talking about the whole state, the entire state. Nobody wants to be Houston, Tiffany. Nobody wants to be Houston. Nobody needs that love. We don't need that love. We don't need it. So if that's what you came here to do, you are welcome to go ahead and get on the midnight train from Georgia and go back to wherever it is that they need that kind of love. We don't want that love here. We don't need it. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest with you. Don't Houston us.
You know they afraid of me, right? You know that and I know that. That's the only reason why you try to...
Oh, this is so funny. Let me back up. They're afraid of her. They are afraid of her. Yes, we are afraid of you stealing. That is true. We are afraid of being robbed. Everybody who locks their doors and does that kind of stuff like that, yes, we are afraid of criminals, hence why we lock our doors. We close our garages and all that kind of stuff like that. Yes, you are 100% correct. We are afraid of you. We are afraid of criminals.
Run for commissioner. Now, you know they afraid of me, right? You know that and I know that. That's the only reason why you try to remove people from a ballot. As long as I've been in the game, guys, don't you guys think I know how to make the ballot? But these are the games that's being...
She just told you. That's why she wants to be on the ballot. The ballot makes her valid. That's why she got on there. She knew that she knew that she could sneak under the radar. get her driver's license here, go ahead and apply here and slide in without talking to anybody. Because once they went ahead and got the process started, she was already on the ballot. Once she's on the ballot, it's a wrap. And that's basically what she did. That's basically what she did.
Being played here in Fulton County. And I just wanted people to understand that I'm up for the fight. You want people that's battle tested. You want people that's not going to run when it get tough. You want people that's going to stand up against the bully. That's what you want.
You are the bully. You are the bully. Ma'am, who's the bully that you're going to go up against? Tell us, little miss, been here a year, barely, if that. Who is the bully that you're going up against? We'd like to know. We would love to know who the bully is. Could you please fill us in with all of your wisdom and insight, all that you've gained and learned in the 362 days that you've probably been here in Georgia? Who is the bully? I'd love to know who is the bully. Who is the bully? Y'all type in, who is the bully? Okay, let's go.
You don't want a person that's not gonna fight for the people. Because you gotta understand, I've always, since day one, remember, I was a trustee first, and then I became the mayor, and then I became the supervisor, therefore becoming the biggest in the state of Illinois. And the issue was too much power for you. Tiffany, you're a woman, you're black, you're young.
Ma'am, the whole commission is black women. I'm sorry. The whole commission is dang near black women. The two women that were fighting to get you on the ballot and not disqualify you on Friday were black women. What are you talking about? And ma'am, let me just also, again, I'll say it again. Ma'am, you're not that young. You might have been young back then. That's fine. But you're not that young anymore, ma'am. She's going to still be talking about being young. Ma'am, let it go. Let it go. You're not that young. Let it go.
You shouldn't have all that power. Y'all know that scene in Malcolm X? And he said, oh, that's too much power for that. You know what? Remember when he put his hand up and they turned around and told him to walk? That kind of thing. And that's what's kind of going on. But when a woman gets in and she comes in and she fixes and changes things, people just got a whole different outlook of things. So
what are you talking about?
Some of the things that we spoke about. And I know I'm talking about Dalton, not Dalton, but Chicago, Dalton, and Thor Township. And make sure I got it clear. All them.
Right. Tiffany Henyard, y'all. Do y'all know how old Tiffany is? Y'all put in the chat. Do you know how old Tiffany is? She's talking about she young. Do y'all know how old? Put in the chat. Like this is crazy. This is some diabolical reframing of a situation. This is some crazy work here. Y'all look. How do all y'all know the answer, man? What's up with y'all? How do all of y'all know the answer? Dang, y'all must have been cheating. Dang, all of y'all. She's 42 years old. Like, how you gonna keep trying to look? Okay, fine. And I'll be 52 on Friday. I'm still young, y'all. I'm still young. I'm still young, man. I'm just young. I'm young. I'm a young podcaster, y'all. I'm a baby on the podcasting mic. I'm a baby here. 5150. That's exactly what she needs, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what she needs. Your boy's a baby. I'm a baby. How you 42 years old talking about I'm young? Like, ma'am, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Ma'am, you dang near middle age. Like, this campaign is a midlife crisis for you, ma'am. Let it go. It's over. It's over. You're not young anymore. You were young when you ran for mayor. Got you. But you're no longer young. Let it go. Let it go. I'm just a baby obscure podcaster. I'm just a podcasting toddler. Following this woman's logic, I'm a podcasting embryo.
And then plus Fulton County. So I just wanted you to know that those same issues.
She don't even know where she doesn't even know where she's campaigning. Where are you campaigning, Tiffany? Where are you campaigning? Y'all, this is embarrassing.
Issues are everywhere. The same issues back home, it's the same issues here in Fulton County. And the reason why I say back home, for those that don't understand my lingo, is because I grew up there. So that will always be home to the heart.
I grew here. You flew here.
Even though this is my new home.
No, it's not.
I just want you guys.
We do not accept you. We do not accept your application. See, you flew here. We grew here. You got to go. There you go. I'm a podcast embryo. I'm just a toddler. I'm just walking around here toddling. This woman is embarrassing, y'all.
To know that Fulton County has a crime rate that's not good neither.
What is it? What is the crime rate?
Because
what is the crime rate, and how do you fix it? How do you fix it? Because again, Dalton, Illinois is a whole different animal. Good, bad, or indifferent, the way it runs is different. I mean, Dalton, I'm not trying to be funny. I think Dalton had 80,000 people in it or something like that. We're talking about several million in Fulton County. Ma'am, tell us, please, entertain us with your wisdom. Regale us with your knowledge. What is Fulton County's crime rate? Is this high felonies? Are these misdemeanors? What is the crime rate, and how do y'all fix it? I'd love to hear this, Tiffany. Please entertain us.
We can fix the situation if we insert ourselves.
Here we go.
Yeah, all the sideline talking is just noise. Remember that. Always just noise.
What are we doing? What are we doing? You don't need to do anything. You need to insert yourself into Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, get you a ticket, and go back to Chicago. That's what you need to do. That's what needs to happen. Nobody needs you here. I'm sorry. And the bad thing is that she only did this to get validated. But the thing is, this is my take on it. I'm going to read the future. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. She's on the ballot, so that's never going to change. She's going to be on the ballot. Whoever wins the Democratic primary is going to run against Tiffany Henyard. They're going to make mockeries of her. They're going to make. I'll be honest with you. I would probably even help the person running against Tiffany Henyard. If they reached out to your boy, I would probably even help them just for laughs and giggles. Now, Tiffany Henyard is going to lose. That's going to happen. And now she's going to be in a dicey situation because you remember what she said about the Democrat Party, that they've lost their way. They lost God. They're not about family, faith, and economic policy, blah, blah, blah. So she's spoke negatively about the Democrat Party. Do you think the Republicans are going to accept her? Absolutely not. We don't need no EBT Republicans down here. So they're not going to accept her. She's going to probably next become a libertarian or an independent. I'm going to go with independent because it's easier to spell. I don't think she's going to say libertarian. She's going to say libertarian or something like that and insult them, and then she's going to catch hands. So she's going to probably become an independent because she's ostracized the Democrats. Republicans are not foolish. So what do you got left? She's going to become an independent, and maybe she'll keep doing this, but somewhere or another, there's still those FBI, them alphabet boys and girls are still somewhere on the horizon. They're still coming eventually. So her not being involved in politics and not being elected is going to put her in a position where they're going to still come and get her. They're still going to come get her because she's under an FBI investigation, not just, the FBI knows about you or the FBI was tracking you. No, ma'am, they're investigating you. And they don't generally investigate people without any intention, unless you're DJ Envy, but I digress there. Back to my point. So that's what I think is going to happen. But let me bring this back in. I know y'all want to finish this up, so let's do it. Let's go.
Because people that truly care going to step into the fire and defend the people. Them the people that really, really care. They're always defending you. They always standing up for you. They always the voice of reason. They always the ones that's trying to make it better. And that's what I want you guys to see and to know here in Fulton County, that I care. I really do. You know how many people come in my store and say, Tiffany, I think you should run for office. And some people don't even know who I am. And just because
there is not one I'm going to back that up. There is not one solitary soul. I'm going to go on a limb. Nobody said that to her. Now, she can be looking at herself in the mirror and say, Tiffany, You need to run for office. Now she could do that. And I believe, let me get side camera. Hold on. This is what happened. Let me get side camera over here so we can, y'all, this woman is ridiculous, y'all. So what happened is this. This is what happened. Jay Witt, you should run for office. You think I should? Yeah, you would make a great chief executive dog catcher. But I don't like dogs like that. Okay, well, maybe be like mail sorter or something. Hey, I like that. That's kind of dope. All right, I'll run for office. Y'all, so many people have come to me and said I should run for office, man. Somebody literally just walked into my studio and told me that I should run for office. And I trust him because he was a handsome guy. He was a dashing fellow, you know, and I believe that he had my best interest in mind. So that's why I'm running for chief mail sorter. Vote for me. This woman is insane. This woman is crazy. Oh my gosh. Nobody told you this. Nobody. Not a solitary soul said that. Nobody.
The sideline talking is just noise. Remember that. Always just noise. Because people that truly care gonna step into the fire and defend the people. Them the people that really, really care. They always defending you. They always standing up for you. They always the voice of reason. They always the ones that's trying to make it better. And that's what I want you guys to see and to know here in Fulton County, that I care. I really do. You know how many people come in my store and say, Tiffany, I think you should run for office. And some people don't even know who I am. And just because of the conversations that we have and the knowledge that I bring, oh, they be overwhelmed with joy. Like, oh, yes, Lord, yes, please let her run. Because I wasn't running for office. I said that several times. I ran because the people needed me to do so.
Y'all, do you really believe somebody did that? Do you really believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that there's somebody in this world that told Tiffany, we need your expertise? Expertise at what? At stealing? Expertise at what? Shenanigans and tomfoolery? Keeping the wig shop open? Like, what do they need you to do? You have not been here. You have not shown improved anything. What do they need you to do? Really? That's some EBT behavior. Nobody needs an EBT Republican down here. Not a one. Nobody needs you. I know that sounds harsh. I know it sounds mean, but it's the truth. And I got to tell you the truth. Nobody needs you here, Tiff. I'm just telling you. Please see yourself out. There's a last flight at 10 o'clock here at Hartsfield Jackson. You can even fly Comfort on Delta. Get to going.
People needed a voice here in Fulton County because right now there's none. And like I said, everybody got something to say. Y'all all can run for office. You all can go put your name on the ballot. You all can do the same step, take the same steps. But I bet you won't. Because you don't want people talking about you or talking about your past or talking about whatever. And
that was a very interesting take. And I believe I missed that the first time. So she's willing to step out there and people, quote unquote, talk about her, and other people who are critiquing her are not willing to do that. And is that basically what she's saying? Well, I'm critiquing you. I live here in Cobb County, Georgia. I'm up the street around the corner from Fulton County, and I'm not running for an office. No. And I'm going to still critique you because I'll tell you why. Because I'm doing the things that you're not doing. I am raising a family with my wife in the same household. I am raising my family in my church community where I am a deacon and an active participant. I am doing my part right here. So no, I don't have to be on the ballot to be effective. Matter of fact, because you're going to be on the ballot and you're going to be as ineffective as today is Tuesday. So please don't get beside yourself. Oh, put your name on the ballot. Man, you got your name on the ballot and you're going to lose. Respectfully, you're going to lose. And what will be the benefit of that? I really don't. And matter of fact, this is the last thing. I just thought about it. She said that people walk into her store and tell her that she should run. Did she say that? Did y'all hear that? She said people walk into her store. Her store is located in South Fulton. If you're familiar with College Park or College Park, Georgia, that's where her store is located. I did a video. I drove down there. I went to the store. It wasn't open when I got there and hung out, but she never came. Okay, I digress. That community is 100% Black. It's 1,000% Democrat. So let me make sure I got it right. Let me make sure I got it right. Because there ain't no white people walking up into that store. That's the truth. And I stand on that. Where it's located, there ain't no white people walking in there. It's just not going to happen. So the likelihood of the people that walked into that store is like a Temu Urban Outfitters or City Trends. It's like a Temu City Trends, right? It's probably a Black person. The likelihood of that Black person being a card-carrying Republican saying, oh, please run. Come on, stop it. Just stop. You sound crazy. So if anybody walked in there, they were probably a Democrat. So you want me to believe that they told you to run as a Republican after you just badmouth all Democrats? Okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. I guess. So why? Right. It makes no sense. This story is so. I'm mad I didn't catch all of this when we watched it the first time. But that's good. We watched the second time. But you know what? We got Mama Bear up in here, up in the house with the $5. She says this: under Illinois law, she had to resign as mayor upon signing up in Georgia as roles as a resident. She collected money as a mayor illegally. Interesting. The bad thing is she on the ballot. That's the problem, though. I don't think the commission has the wherewithal to actually kick her off the ballot. I believe that she should be kicked off the ballot. She should be kicked off and be disqualified. They need to get some white out and go through there and just white out her name. That's what I think they should do. It's the right thing to do because they know what kind of person she is. We're not just talking about somebody who just fell out of Mars and we don't know anything about them. We know about Tiffany Henyard. The fact that y'all letting her run is diabolical. I just don't think they're going to do it. I just don't. I want to be so wrong. I want to be so wrong that I'm like, man, they really did boot her off of there, yo. Wow, man. That's so shout out to them. I really want to be wrong. I just don't think I am. I just don't. These people just don't do it. Okay, let's finish up, y'all. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Thank you again.
The difference between me and talkers. Y'all talk about it, but I'm about it. I walk the walk. Like I said, I walk it like I talk it. That thing. So I just wanted to get on here again just to say, hey, I'm here. I'm here for the long haul. Y'all gonna see me.
That sounds like a threat.
Coming. Y'all gonna see me constantly trying to support and push the people's agenda. Whatever the people need and want, that's what we should do. The crime rate is bad here. It's just like Chicago. But we can fix it. And sometimes it's
that's a lie from the pit of hell. I don't care. Look, now is Atlanta perfect? By no means. Don't hear what I didn't say. But Atlanta is nowhere in the stratosphere of Chicago. No, that's just stupid. That is bona fide stupid. Atlanta is nothing like Chicago. I'm sorry. Now, do they have some crime down there in South Fulton? Absolutely. But nothing like Chicago. Don't even put us in that parish today. Don't even put us in the same sentence. Like you have to have a full sentence. You have Chicago, period, punctuation mark, and then you talk about Atlanta. Don't even put us in the same sentence. Matter of fact, don't even put us on the same page. Not even on the same chapter. It don't make no sense. Okay
to reach across the aisle and say, hey, can you help us? Can you bring people in to neutralize what's going on? We need the help. And it's okay. If it don't work, guess what? What do we lose? None can be the failure but a try. You have to try. And right now we're not trying because everybody in the emotion about, oh no, don't do this, oh don't do that because of blah blah blah. Stop it.
What are those examples that you're talking about? Because I got this striking feeling. I would love to, maybe I need to go to a city commission meeting. I just like to know, does she even come to it? Does she go to the commission meetings and know what they're talking about? I would love to know that part because I don't think she does. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe she goes to every one of them. I don't know. And I don't think you'll know by watching watching the live stream. I want to know, is she there in the galley at all watching?
Stop it. Because when it hits your doorstep, you will be saying the same exact thing that I'm saying. Same thing. And I've been saying this before it hit my doorstep. But Trump, if you're listening, call me. I'm the type to reach across the aisle and say, let's work.
But we don't. I mean, what do you want Trump to do in Atlanta? Like, what is he supposed to do in Atlanta? I would love to know. Now, what she's going to say is she's talking about Illinois, but I'm like, ma'am, I thought you were trying to work for the people here in Fulton County, Georgia, not Cook County, Illinois. I thought that was what you're talking about. How are you, like, she keeps flipping back and forth. I don't think she even remembers where she is.
Let's do this. Unity, because that's what it's all about. I don't care what you are, blue, red, y'all have to do this. Because right now, people, let's be real. What did they just do? They stopped paying the TSA workers. So who is it hurting? I don't care about they bickering and they fight. I care about you hurting the people, meaning everybody was affected. Everybody.
I would love for her to tell me, and be honest with you. Look, I think that was low down dirty for them not to pay TSA agents, but it really didn't hurt everybody here in Atlanta. Only people that were traveling and people that worked there. If you didn't travel and you could have traveled a different way, it didn't bother you. Like, no, that didn't work. But I would love for her. I'm just wondering, does she think Fulton County Commission is responsible for paying TSA agents? I wonder, does she think that? Because at this current moment, she keeps flipping back and forth and code switching back and forth. I don't know if she knows anything. I don't know if she believes that. I don't know. What do you think?
So now when everyone's affected by people fights, what should the people do? I'll wait. I need some answers. Somebody come and tell me, what should the people do when the government is affecting you? And the sad thing about it, they don't tell you about, the Republicans are the ones that reopen everything. It took 5 of the Democrats to walk across the aisle to the other side to say, I'm not going to hurt the people no more. I'm done playing y'all game. So I'm going to walk over here to these Republicans and I'm going to reopen the world back up.
Do you think Tiffany Henyard knows that the Fulton County Commission has been under a $10,000 a day fine because they won't seat 2 commissioners that believe that Donald Trump was cheated from the 2020 election? Do you think she knows that they just got out of that fine situation? It was creeping somewhere close to $1 million. They were getting fined $10,000 a day. Do you think that she knows that? What do you think? You think she's up on what's going down with that and know that? Because she's talking about TSA, and Fulton County Commission doesn't do anything with TSA. They don't. They do things with Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, and there is a discussion about taking over the security and the screening of Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, but that's a long tail. That's a long tail. That has nothing to do with what she's talking about right now. Do you think she knows that? See, that's my problem. Like, she's coming in here doing all this talk, saying all these things, and is really coming across like she doesn't know anything about Atlanta and more specifically Fulton County. And I really believe she thinks that we move just like they did up in Dalton. And I'm gonna go on a limb. I bet you she doesn't fully understand this. She's in here trying to, and she got herself on the ballot. That's the part that is just that's horrible. She got herself on the ballot, and so now the ballot is making her valid. That's it. That's it. Let's finish up.
But they don't tell you that, right? Because everybody got to point the finger of who this, that person, and it shouldn't be. Because now y'all really affected everyday lives. That's a shame that they have to quit, get in other jobs, do Uber or whatever. That's messed up, y'all. It's too many egos in play and not enough of togetherness, not enough of unity. Because I don't care about the colors. I don't. I care about you doing what's right for the people. And if you do that, we win every time. Every single time we win.
What does right for the people look like, Tiffany? Well, what does right for the people look like right now? Like, what is it? What is it? Explain it to us. Because at the current moment, we don't know what your platform is. I don't know what you stand for and what you believe about budgeting. I don't know what you stand for or believe about crime or funding the jail. Like, you're talking about TSA. You could have easily talked about Rice Street. And pretty much everybody in the best live chat on the internet would know what you were talking about if you were just talking about, we got to do something about Rice Street. You know, in the current moment, they are arguing and debating about building a new jail, right? So you could have easily got everybody's attention if you just said, hey, we are going to work on, I want to get with them and see if we can get a new jail built by, I don't know, 2030 or whatever like that to ease the congestion. But in the meantime, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 ABC. You're talking about TSA. That's not even a concern of Fulton County Commission. Like, I don't understand. And I really don't. No, she's not gonna win though. I do think Rice Street needs to be resolved. That's a blight on Fulton County. Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Independent. That's a blight on Fulton County. Rice Street is a terrible thing. I mean, gang members have a higher probability of dying in jail at Rice Street than they do on the street. That's crazy work. I mean, that's just crazy work. So, and I don't think she even knows that. She don't know about YSL. She don't know about Rice Street. She don't know about MLK. She doesn't. And you just come up here just talking stuff. We got to get unified. We need unity. When we have unity, we win. How? What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, she don't know about. Do y'all think she knows about Fonnie? For real? Do you think she knows about Fonnie? And all the chaos? Like, think about this for a second. She is running as a Republican. I'm going to use that with a gigantic asterisk the size of a football next to her name, right? An asterisk. Fonnie Willis has lost the Trump RICO case. And you know Trump is coming for that money. At the current moment, they're fighting over something of the magnitude of $16 million that Fulton County DA's office is going to have to pay back to Trump. I think when the smoke clears, it's going to probably be maybe 10, 11 and a half, something like that. Because there's some fluff in there. Okay, but let's just be honest. Her budget is only $30 million. It's either going to be half or a third of her actual budget. That's gonna change everything related to crime in Fulton County. Because when your budget gets cut like that, that's gonna be crazy work. So what does Tiffany got to say about that? Because she'll be she wants to run as a Republican. So they're gonna be looking at her. You're the reason why Fonnie's budget got cut in half. Your team. Are you ready for that, Tiffany? Have you prepared for that? Have you done any studying on what are you going to say when somebody asks you about that? You know what I think a gift from God would be? I think I know a gift from God. This is something. Wait, wrong way. There we go. A gift from God. A gift from God for us, because I think we all need something to spark us and bring us levity. You know what a gift from God would be? A public debate between Tiffany Henyard and whoever's the Democrat. That would come on. Come on. You know that would be the best. You know good and well that would be the best. You know it. Come on. Tell me I'm wrong. You know you would watch it. Wouldn't you watch it? Yes, you would. I know you would. I know you would. Even the other Jason knows you would. I know you would. I know you would. Come on. You would laugh. Come on. You would. Come on. You know what? I'll let you just watch it. You don't even have to tap in. Okay. It'll be our secret. You know you would watch. It'll be hilarious. Come on. Come Storm. I'll even let you use your burner account. Activate your burner account and just watch it. We would all laugh together. That's all. All right, let's get done with this, man. Jason, get done. All this woman is making me tired. Oh my gosh. Fulton County, you do not deserve this. I don't care how bad you've been.
And that's what I want for our future. I want us, the people, to win. That's what I want. So in this new campaign, you're going to see Tiffany that speaks truth always. Tiffany that might go against the status quo, because just because it's popular don't mean it's going to work. And y'all understand, I am running in a Democratic area, right? But right now it's time to wake the Democrats up, because you guys are not getting the services that you need. So it would just be crazy to keep electing the same person and getting the same result. You have to try something different in order to know what could be and what will be when you make that move. But you have to go, you have to jump. You just got to jump. You have to. And that's what life is all about. What you think?
What are you talking about? I'm really trying to hold on, y'all. She driving my ADHD insane. Okay, I'm like, what in the devil are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm about to start falling on the ground, man. Start twitching, man. Where's the oil? We had the oil in the last episode. I need the oil. Lord have mercy. What in the world? Where's the book? Hey, look, I was going to start creating a list of all the things that she's promised that have not come together, from the podcast to the record to the book. I might need to do that still. Might do that for the research, because I want people to research Tiff. And the bad thing is, like, she's talking as if she was not on the news here in Georgia. She was on the news. They were talking about her when she was up in Dalton. She was on a regular news cycle. So the delusion is strong with this one. She done jumped the shark and into the shark. She done jumped over the shark and then jumped into the shark's mouth. I don't know how you do it, but that's what she did. All right, let's get done.
Entrepreneurs do. We just jump. That's what we do. You got to take the chance. As they say, no risk, no reward, right? You have to take the chance as it relates to doing something different in order to see where things should have been in our communities. I care about parks. It's so hard to find parks around here. It ain't even fun.
Just this past, 3 or 4, about a week ago, it was the beginning of April. At Piedmont Park, which is like Central Park in Atlanta, is a humongous park. You cannot tell me you don't know where a park is. Piedmont Park is there. But there was an event with a Second Amendment event at Piedmont Park where a young girl passed away. That was a big deal, right? And it's funny because Tiffany doesn't bring that up. She acts like she's literally walking around looking for parks. There are parks all over Atlanta. When I talked about parks, I was talking about specifically about building housing communities and apartment complexes that don't have parks in them. But there are parks all over. I mean, for crying out loud, her shop on Old National, there's 2 parks down the street from it. So it's kind of a dumb claim that she's making, but I digress. Why is she not talking about the fact that that young lady lost her life? And that needs to be something we talk about. You're just talking about parks in general. I don't think she knows these things. I really, truly don't. And it was a big deal. And it's been a big deal here in Atlanta about the young lady that lost her life. So why not talk about that in the context of what the Fulton County Commission, because again, I don't know if you know what the Fulton County Commission does in respects to that. Just something.
I care about taking my daughter out to play at a park. I care about libraries. Did you know that the kids here, about 30% can read? Y'all just passing people and can't read. So
the irony of her saying that they're just passing people and they can't read, that irony is not lost on me. I just want you to know that irony, and I'm stalling because I'm gonna pull up a video. I'm gonna go off the rails a little bit. The irony of what she just said, I'm not gonna let that irony slip by. I'm gonna let that irony, we gotta give that irony some room. So let let me pull this in real quick because I think it's only appropriate and right that in the midst of her saying that we do a little let's take a little side note. Let's do a little palate cleanse, shall we? Here, let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Tiff, let me pull you out of the way. Pull this in. Oh, that's entirely too small, Jason. All right, let's go. Remember this one?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
For the record, again, for the 18th time, my comment still stands. Go to communications, CommunicationSat@codalton.org if you have any questions or comments.
Hey, y'all, come
So
look at this.
maybe before she starts calling out Fulton County schools and saying you got kids that can't read, maybe you need to make sure that you yourself can. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there, throwing a little bone for help. Oh, I can't find the allegation one, the allegations one. I had this one kind of queued up. I'll look up allegations. That's right, I do. I think I had that one too. Y'all making me misbehave over here. Oh, I don't see it. Darn it. I'll find it and I'll put it up. But you get my point though. You picking up what I'm throwing down. All right, let's get done with this, man. Okay, Jason, this is the last time. Stop it.
Point some little things out about what's going on. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, I meant to trim this out.
Is it on there? I don't know.
I forgot the allegations.
Okay, it ain't working. I don't know. It say adding. But okay, guys, I just wanted to say that I really, really, truly care about people. And I just want you guys to know, don't give up. Don't never, ever, ever, ever give up. You know, at that little moment where it's really, really hard and you just think like, oh God, I can't take the ball. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Guess what? Your breakthrough gonna come through. So make sure you just keep going.
What are you talking
and don't
about?
give up. Don't give up. I don't know how many times I done heard people at the moment of breakthrough give up. God ain't gonna never give you more than you can bear. I promise you that.
That's not true.
And he give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
That's
Always.
another platitude.
So trust me, you got this. You got it. I always want people to see my strength and see how I navigate through the storm. Because it's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always. I just want you to stay focused. Know that I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. And you're going to see me rise. Because this is Project Phoenix. And we about to start up. So I love you. Until next time, I'll see you. Thanks again.
All right. That was a mess. I thought that would be good. I just realized I was looking for the allegations video and I don't see it. However, Classy Beats did an interview with the state election board member Janelle King, and she was talking about Tiffany Henyard. This is better than, this is as good. I reached out to the election board to see if we could have a conversation about this. So this will be as good as it gets. I think this will be good. I'm gonna pull this in, and this will be the end of it. I'm not gonna keep us all night. I just thought that would be, I thought this would be good to go over. And now I just see the Classy Beats. Shout out to him, and I'll make sure to grab the link real quick. All right, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all support this brother. Does great work, excellent content creator. There it is right there. All right, let me pull this in. Let's check this out. I haven't seen it, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be good because he does great work. Shout out to Classy Beats. Let's go. Okay, Georgia State Election Board member Janelle King.
Now, looking at how this last session went and hearing rumblings of there possibly being, I guess, a special session, whatever that looks like, Was there anything during this last session from a Senate bill, House bill wise that you were excited about or interested in or would have liked to seen essentially move forward that got stalled in this case?
I mean, there were several bills. I know 397 was one of them. I think there's several bills that have been thrown out. And forgive me if I don't remember all the numbers because I keep seeing a bunch of them. But there were several bills. There were some bills that did give us, I think this may have been in 214, but it did give the the SEB a little bit more power when it comes to audits and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff that's been floating around. The problem isn't whether or not we have good options on the table. We have good options on the table. We have people like Garland, who has been in the fight, who understands this, who can really put some teeth to a lot of these bills and really help push it and show how to implement it. We've had a lot of people. We had tons of folk who are willing to support, help, provide assistance. The problem we have is that we don't have the desire or the courage from our elected officials to do the right thing. That's where we are. And let's be clear. I know everyone's hitting the Senate because the Senate did not, I think that's where the 214 failed. However, we should have never been in this position. That's the part that we're missing, is that the Senate should never have to vote on a bad bill because we can't figure out how to do our jobs. Like that's the major problem. So there were several bills that I like, but the fact of the matter is the plan to put forth hand-marked paper ballots, to do a form of hand counting and hybrid tabulation. I mean, that's what we need to be doing going forward. And we need someone who has the will to do it. And that's just where we are.
Now, I don't want to take away too much from what's going to happen on Wednesday, but you mentioned a lot of emergency factors that could take place, especially seeing how moving forward, these QR codes are going to be a huge issue. So what does that look like from just the everyday voter standpoint as far as how we could potentially be voting in this election?
Yeah, so if we do go to emergency procedures or the counties decide that they are going to go that method, basically you just walk in. Instead of going to a machine, you'll be handed a piece of paper. You'll vote with hand-marked paper ballots. And now there's scanners that can still read these papers and read your markings. So it shouldn't affect election night reporting. However, that's what it will look like. So it won't be much of a difference to the voter. The challenge here is, what is it going to look like for the election workers, for the staff?
Right.
And you have to understand, our poll workers and our poll staff, there's some that are full-time paid, there's some that are paid just for the time being, and then there's some people that are volunteers, right? So it's already hard enough to really kind of piece together a staff every election to ensure that you have enough people to work the polls, right? To do this stuff. So not giving them clear direction with an adequate time period provides them, or puts these election workers in a position where they're liable to make a lot of mistakes or not have the proper staffing to do certain things. So we're more concerned about the back end than we are the actual day of and the voter experience. Your experience shouldn't be that different.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think also too, one thing I was surprised that wasn't addressed, speaking to that, was actually how this is going to be handled moving forward on the back end. We've seen evidence of there being perfectly fine systems with being able to tabulate everything if we decide to go that route and pull the trigger on an emergency voting system. And it seems like, again, there wasn't really much of a plan in place on how that's going to work moving forward. Do we just go back to the old system and then quickly train the election officials on that? Or what does that look like?
Well, emergency procedures are already outlined through the state code. I don't have the exact details in front of me, but they're already outlined. So what will happen is those who have not been trained on what the state code says as far as administering our emergency procedures, they will be trained on that. But the procedures are already in place, right? So it's just a matter of making sure everyone's up to speed with what you're going to be doing. Instead of pulling this out, you're going to pull out this, or it's just, that's the part. And to be quite frank with you, that's what the SOS is supposed to be doing right now.
Exactly.
They're supposed to be preparing them and telling them and teaching them how to do it. And, when we have so many different methods of communication, like what we're doing right now in virtual options, it shouldn't be that complicated to get everyone on a virtual call and say, this is going to be the plan should nothing happen between now and July. So, it's just, again, it's a matter of desire, will, courage, and confidence. And we'll see what they do. But I can't speak to what the board will do because I'm one member. Right. But I will say that I know I'm here and we will support as much as we can to make sure our election officials feel supported, even if they're not getting it from the SOS.
Now, I wanted to make a little pivot, and I tried to avoid this conversation as much as I could because I know it's a touchy one, and talk about this Tiffany Henyard situation. I was shocked at the lack of information that the registrations and election board had here in Fulton County on what was going on with Tiffany Henyard. There aren't that many people on the ballot, and you think one of the things that would be looked into is, okay, who's actually running here in Fulton County? It's just Fulton County. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Again, we don't have to get into, who she is as a person, but just the thought of someone being able to come from another state, currently be in office, then get on the ballot in another state. And Janelle, she's on the ballot. She's actually on the ballot, and we're still having meetings about this. So anyway, I could go on for this for hours. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation because I know you've heard about it.
I know. So, I thank God that has nothing to do with the SEB,
yes.
the election board, but I'm familiar with with what's going on. I'm familiar with Tiffany. As I followed, I've watched your videos. I've also watched some other videos and some other followers, creators that I like. And so I am familiar with her quote unquote background. But, and again, this is for voters to decide, right? Now, I personally do see a couple of red flags as it relates to her being able to qualify. But that's something that, the ethics board and all of them, they're going to have to deal with. But again, the issue I have is this. So with her being on the ballot, should they decide that she no longer should be on the ballot, that means that if they don't get her off the ballot, meaning they don't recode that QR code, right? They don't adjust that index. Now we have a candidate on the ballot that could receive votes that should not be receiving votes, right? So how are you going to justify that? And then we already saw a coding era in 2022 with Michelle Long Spears, where we had someone that dropped out and they did not adjust the index, adjusted incorrectly. And she ended up losing on paper. But then when they did the recount or the audit, she ended up winning because of the text didn't match the QR code and the index and all the stuff changed. So here we are. Unfortunately, Fulton County may get a taste of their own medicine here,
Exactly.
We'll see, but I'm more concerned about that, right? About it disenfranchising other voters that are on that same ballot in case they remove her, she drops out, the index changes, what's going to happen, right? So I don't know. I want them to get this handled. Our qualification rules or requirements are pretty simple, clear, direct, to the point. And we just got to follow it. Her being on the Republican ticket does not sway me at all. I'm okay with anybody running for office, but doesn't mean we have to vote for you, right?
Right.
But it does throw a little bit of a wrench into the Democrats' game. So it's interesting to watch.
It is interesting. And I want to see how this happens or how this works out from a logistical standpoint, because like you said, with her already being on the ballot and early voting is right around the corner. If we don't get this solved within the next couple of weeks, I mean, what does that look like, removing someone who's there already, because the QR code is still there. So it's
well, I don't think she has a Republican opponent.
She doesn't. That's true.
Okay, so May 19th, it should not be that big of an issue because she doesn't have an opponent. But the general could be, or if she does get votes, let's say there are people that go in, they pull a Republican ticket and they vote for her, not knowing much about her, or maybe they do. I don't know. Like, what do we do with this? So it's very tricky. but she may be able to skate through it because she doesn't have a primary opponent.
I'm telling you right now, man, every person who switches parties should be primaried moving forward. And this is for Democrats and Republicans. If somebody moves from being a Democrat to becoming a Republican and they want to run as a Republican, they have to be primaried. I don't care if you just get your cousin, somebody, a stick of paper, a potato, something, a stick of paper. What's a stick of paper, Jason? Anyway, a potato, something. They should always be primaried. This makes no sense. So shout out for sure, y'all. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Viruses spread and take over its host. Henyard is no different. I agree. That's that EBT Republican behavior. Come on, y'all. Come on. But thank y'all. I really do appreciate it. I want to say again, it means a lot that y'all tap in with me. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't plan on going live, but if anything else new pops up, I'm gonna be right back up in here. I do want to say thank you so much. I have some plans for the weekend, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do like a special live stream on Friday. I got something fun planned. I'm voting for the potato. Snow Bunny said, look, the potato got her vote. Let us finish this up. Shout out. Thank you so much to Amethyst. She said, give me an assignment, a compilation of her colloquialisms, mispronunciations, and send it to Ludacris to make one of his old school style videos. What kind of video did Ludacris do? Amethyst? Shout out for the super. Thank you so much for the 5. I don't remember that. I gotta remember what it was. But I do think I know what you're talking about, but the capturing Tiffany's speech problems. I think that'd be good. That would be fun. I like that. I can dig that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do want to say again, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Thank you so much for watching the videos, for liking them. If you have the ability to hype, thank you for hyping them up. It just means a lot. I'm glad that you're a part of the best live chat on the internet, in the most electrifying comment section on the planet. Please continue to participate and engage, all that kind of stuff like that. What does he say right here? Question: did Illinois governor pay people to let her on the ballot? Her being in Illinois will hurt him if he runs for president. That's a good point. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine Pritzker running for president. I just can't imagine that. I just can't. Now, I could be crazy. But I just do not. I can't see Pritzker running for president. He just seems like somebody that would stay in his little fiefdom, which is also known as Illinois. I can't see him running for president. I could be wrong, but let me know what y'all think about it. Hold on a second. Somebody asked for that video, and I'm going to find it real quick. But I do appreciate y'all. It really does mean a lot. I'm glad y'all are enjoying the best live chat on the internet. There we go. Okay, let me find this video for you real quick. Oh my gosh, where is it? I have so many doggone videos. Oh, there it is right there. Let me double check, make sure this is actually it. Hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, this is not it. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm looking for that video. Okay, somebody asked me for the video of when I went and visited Tiffany's store. All right, here's one of them. This is another reason why Jason should really work on his thumbnails and make sure his thumbnails are really, really telling the story. Because I don't see it. It'll show up, and I'll put it in the description of this video. There we go. I'll put it in the description of this video because I don't see it. I don't see it, but as soon as I find it, I'll put it in there. But Chicago crime alone could be a problem for Pritzker, right? I don't see Pritzker running for president, but somebody said like, you know, Newsom is. So, I mean, it can't be the craziest thing I heard. Nick Shirley's headed to Illinois. Go ahead, Nick. I like Nick Shirley. I like Nick Shirley, man. He definitely is a good guy, man. He's trying his best to get information out there. I love it. Y'all, see, SC, I gotta put you in timeout. He said, I can't imagine Pritzker running anywhere. That's messed up, man. Oh, there you go. If Newsom can, Pritzker can. Well, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I'm also thinking like in winning. That's the part I'm trying to get. Like, I don't see him winning. I can see him running. I can see him running, but I just don't see him winning. But that's just me. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tapping in. Appreciate y'all. That was fun. Do me a favor on your way out the door. Please make sure you tip your waiters. Please make sure you like the video. Go check out a couple other videos that have popped up. Go ahead and hit the like button, comment, all that kind of stuff like that. Share, hype, all the above. Help a brother out. Thank you so much. I gotta double check with Lady Dear Woke Christian. We'll probably do like a birthday live stream on Friday. And I got a project I got to work on. I just told some people about, so I got to work on that so I can be ready for my project to start, my research project, because people need to research Tiffany Henyard. So I got a research project coming up that I think will be very helpful. But I'll make sure I let y'all know about it. So everybody, thank y'all so much. Have a fantastic rest of the night. And have a fantastic rest of the night. I will see y'all, Lord willing, tomorrow. So everybody have a great night. I'll see you real soon. Grace and peace. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.